Hello and welcome to Samadhi. Today is Sunday, May 27, 2018, and we are here in Yuma, right in front of the Yuma County Courthouse, bringing you the Daily Word with Michael.
And just thank you everyone for joining us. We're shooting in this nice location here in Yuma. And everybody, let's just take a deep, centering, conscious breath of awareness, of presence. Exhale and let everything go that is giving you the idea that you're separate, giving you the belief that you're not good enough, giving you the belief that you haven't done enough. You are enough. Breathe that in. Breathe that in, that you are enough, that you are great, that you are magnificent, you are divine. Breathe that in. Exhale and let go of everything that is keeping you away from that truth, or the idea that is keeping you away from that truth. And just sit in silence. Sit in the immenseness of stillness and silence. And let go. Breathe in and receive. All as one. Thank you, everyone. And we're in this beautiful location. Actually, it's like when you go back to the school that you went to school at. This was my school. The jail. The court. This was where there was no idea of hope, no idea of that there was another way. And a lot of people just they got tired of it because I didn't want to listen. So the reason why I wanted to share this really quick because I just got done visiting an old friend of mine, and I don't know if I can say his name, but we grew up together. We're like brothers, and his words just really hit home, and I just want to share that with every one of you. That sometimes we struggle with if we're good enough, if we've done enough, but after talking with him today, he's like, Michael, I look at you now, and knowing who you were before, it's like, this person I don't even recognize. It's like you're a totally different person. And the reason why I say this is because if you're alive, you're enough. You've made it. You're still here. You still got a purpose. You still got a direction. You still got a reason to give the best of the version of you that you can. And that's a perfect word for today. Why'd you get out of the camera?
Give you the spotlight.
I don't need the
Your
spotlight.
time, sweetheart.
I don't need the spotlight.
Go
Come
ahead.
on. Thank you. The spotlight Spirit gives us. We want to remind everyone that they have a spotlight. But thank you, Alice. Thank you. So, basically, appreciate the simple things. That's the message that I got today. Appreciate that you are enough. So I have a great teacher, my friend. I reflected when I was in his shoes, and I didn't see the sun for months at a time. And we take so many things for granted. I mean, look at the sun. It's so beautiful, it's so magnificent, but because we see it every day, we take it for granted. Because we see plants and we breathe the oxygen outside. When you've been incarcerated and you haven't breathed air, and those that have will know what I'm talking about, or even if you've been in office, because it's recycled air, it's not the same as going outside and breathing a fresh breath of air. A breath of fresh air. So appreciate the simple things. So the word for today, which our mother is with us in mind and in spirit, the word for today is wholeness. Wholeness. I choose to live this day as a whole and complete experience. I choose to live this day as a whole and complete experience. You want to come in? You don't want to come in? Oh, I thought you liked YouTube. My nephew, he wants to be a YouTube star. He is a YouTube star. He's our superstar, humping boy. Okay, so my mortal mind may be eager to focus on perceptions of lack, creating shadows across the energy of the day. Yet what a gift it is to realize that this day is whole and complete, waiting for me to discover it and appreciate its unique energy. I am one with the essence of love and abundance that is my experience of the divine. Anything that may seem to be missing is merely an illusion born of my limited human perception. And that's what we were saying when we were breathing. That when we have an idea, a concept, a perception that is causing resistance inside of us, stop focusing on it. Learn from it. Let it be your teacher, but transform your experience because you have the ability to do so. Because your day is whole. You are alive. You are well. Today I affirm wholeness in everyone and everything I encounter. Through my perceptions of wholeness, I feel and express the fullness of the Spirit I truly am. Let me repeat that. Today I affirm wholeness in everyone and everything I encounter. Through my perceptions of wholeness, I feel and express the fullness of the Spirit I truly am. I choose to live this day as a whole and complete experience. It is in Psalms 118:24. It says, This is the day that the Lord has made. Law has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So rejoice today. Rejoice in everything. Even though you may not find a reason or an opportunity to do it, do it. And in the message it says, this is from 21 to 25. Thank you for responding to me. You've truly become my salvation. The stone the masons discarded as flawed is now the capstone. This is God's work. We rub our eyes, we can hardly believe it. This is the very day God acted. Let's celebrate and be festive. Salvation now, God. Salvation now. Oh yes, God. A free and full life. Wow. Now that is really talking about this moment now. And not a coincidence because we didn't plan this. Not a coincidence, it says the stone the masons discarded as flawed is now the capstone. Meaning, what is the capstone? It is the principle of the structure. Now we both come from very confused, not dark, but
Dark.
shallow.
Call it what it is.
Dark experiences.
Yeah.
And now it's being for the glory of Spirit. It is why we do what we do. Because we don't want one to be lost in confusion or think that they're separate or think that they're not worthy enough to experience that wholeness, to experience that uniqueness, that greatness, that supreme royal place that you have with the Spirit. In the Spirit, you are rich. In the Spirit, you already have the greatest inheritance that you can ever ask for or even dream of. And that is the inheritance of the Spirit. Imagine if we were in Spirit. And where I was at, that's where I'm stuck. But we're not. We always have the opportunity, the privilege, the pleasure and the honor to get out of or to transcend, transform whatever situation, whatever circumstance, whatever identity we think we can. Alice?
Well, again, it is a daily word, and I love how Michael opened it up with his visit and standing here. We chose this place today, as he said, his school. So what I'm going to share isn't in the intent of making this like a testimony video, but I will say that Michael brought me in saying that we both come from a place of darkness. And one thing that he mentioned was when he's talking about how people saw him before, that they thought he wouldn't amount to anything, or they didn't trust, you know, that he could really make it out in the world. And he talks about the prison that he was in.
It's kind of dark.
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. He talks about the prison that he was in, and I'll tell you that in my case, my worst prison, the darkness I came from, I created myself. There weren't any bars. There wasn't, well, kind of, but there wasn't like really a jailer. It was really all in my mind. And I created that through what people might call depression, being abused as a child. I've carried through my adulthood that prison in my mind. And what other people could see is, Alice, but what are you talking about? You're fine. In my mind, I wasn't. In my mind, I was never worthy enough for anyone to even take the time to say hello to me. I felt invisible. So I've come out of that dark world, but there are consequences. There are things like Michael's dark world left him with a record. You know, that's just what it is. He's got a record, and he's got a record on a piece of paper. But the record I have, nobody even knows and can see it. It's not even on a piece of paper. It's still all in here. And I'm my own jury. I'm my own, you know, I punish myself when I decide to keep going with this. But when I realize the wholeness, like what the word says, that I'm already whole, I already have everything I need, I can either love myself or keep putting myself down. I decide where I go. And I'm very thankful for the awareness that I have found through meditation, through working with Michael. It's been one of the best decisions I've made in my life. And I invite you to take that responsibility. It's not, it's very simple, but it's not easy. Not a lot of people want to take responsibility. And I've had to face those demons inside of myself that put me in that place. Because nobody sentenced me. Nobody put me there but myself.
Nobody called you this.
Yeah, so look inside yourself and realize that sometimes it's scary, but it is worth it. And I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Oh, it's definitely worth it.
So, wholeness, you already have it all.
So get out of your own way to realize you're already whole. Because just like Alice said, I was locked up, but I was also locked up in here. Because you just need to get out of our own way. So no matter what you're going through, no matter where you think you're stuck at, no matter what limitations or pressures you have, there is a solution. There is a solution. And that's your soul. Find who you are. Let that unfold. Because the world is not going to confirm that unless you don't affirm it. So, sign up for our classes, sign up for our classes, sign up for our classes. Subscribe to our videos, subscribe to our channel for the latest and greatest. And show us, if you desire for this to get out, and to reach more people. Because I was just talking to a couple people that I met, and I've been on the other side of those walls. On the other side of those walls. I've been there, and I know what that world is like. And it has its place, and it's necessary, but locking people up and throwing away the key is not the answer. It's just going to release more angry, more frustrated, more stressful individuals because I didn't get help for this. So this is why we step in and we are honored and grateful to be able to serve humanity. So we can bring the presence of Spirit in every which way that we can, in every area that allows us. And coming from a visit today, seeing the visit, because I could see the cell behind him, it takes me back to that place where I couldn't even think that this was possible. I couldn't even imagine that there was a way out. So I tell you, no matter how bad you think it is, there is a way. You are the way. So, thank you, everyone. There's so much to share. That's why we offer our classes. There's so much. But it's really simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed, amazing day. Namaste.